There's been a major issue. This factory has stopped producing all of the shapes. And there's quite an interesting reason to it. It's actually deadlocked. Yes, Timmy?
But sir, what is a deadlock?
I'm glad you asked, Timmy. Let me explain. A deadlock is an expression you would often hear from computer scientists or software engineers. It represents a situation where a single process is waiting for the resources held by another process, and the other process cannot release the resources because it's also waiting for other resources held by the original process. Too complicated? Well, let me simplify it. I'm gonna show it on this example. Here we are actually waiting for pieces of stars. We've got those half circles, but they cannot move until the stars arrive. So let's go back. These conveyor belts are all empty. Here the stars are supposed to be painted, and this is the origin of the stars. These cutters are supposed to be producing the stars, but they are not doing so. Why not? It's because their outputs are full. In order to produce the stars, they also need to produce the circles. But the circles have nowhere to go, so we need to remove the circles first, right? But the circles are here, and in order to remove them, we need the stars to arrive. Well, why don't they arrive? Because we need the circles to move first. And that is a deadlock. In this case, there's actually quite a simple solution. We simply need to delete some of the circles, and as you see, now the star production has begun. The stars are going this way, getting painted, and then they should arrive to the destination shortly, here, where they get paired with the circles, and the production has started again. But we need to remove these trash cans, because if we don't, then soon we'll have a lot of stars but no circles. Now the factory is back to its working state, and the deadlock has been fixed. Many of the shapes arriving to the hub are completely useless. For example, these stars and windmills. I'm not gonna lose all of them, I'm just gonna balance them here and remove this part, which now means I've freed another slot in the hub. I think that if we wanted to, we can remove this conveyor belt, we could remove these three, and honestly, even this one, and these, and this, and in a second, yes, there we go, even the last one. Now we've unlocked the display. Oh, finally! Look at that! The logic gates! Oh, I waited so long for these to finally unlock. So today's goal is to make this shape, the compass shape, I'm gonna call it, and then finally we're gonna be able to do some automation. Now, what's the display anyway? So I can put a belt reader and connect it. Yeah, and it just displays the shape. So is it completely useless then? I shouldn't need to see the shape, should I? So it either displays the shape or white or gray if there's a yes or no, 0 or 1. Yeah, gray is a 0 and white, yes, white is true. Then again gray. Don't see the point. Don't see the point. Well, no point installing. Let's get to making this shape, and the upgrade, I hope it's not bothering you. Oh, it's blinking here, but it's extraction speed and we don't really need that. Alright, so we need this shape, that's gonna be cyan and white, then a yellow circle and this star thing. The first goal is to find the base shape on the map, so I don't have to make it from scratch, because I don't really want to. Oh, there we go. There it is. Nice and simple, quite fast. Blue and green here, that's cyan, blue, red here, and then green here, that's white. After that we're gonna need yellow, but that's for later, so now let's connect the inputs. That's white and cyan. Now we need some painters. The painters are now here, and I think that we can start assembling. I'm just gonna rotate the cyan shape at the entrance so that I don't forget later. I think we are gonna need 2 sets of those stackers. So these shapes are ready, and we now need the stars, the arrows and the yellow circle. and we're gonna unlock a new upgrade. Which one? I think I'm gonna go with the tunnels again. I found this shape with 2 pieces of star in it, and I'm cutting those up. Now I'm not sure whether to stack them first and then paint them using the wires, or paint first, then stack. Just debating which would be easier. I'm conflicted because easier it would be to do it without wires, I think, but nicer and cleaner is with wires. I think I'm forced to do it that way. So that's a stacker for every one of those, and we need to rotate these appropriately and copy this to every other cutter like that, and that should be it, right? I think I might have messed it up somewhere. Oh right, rotate the other way. Yep, that's better. You got only 4 of those. I think we're gonna need a couple more, since at the end we've got 8 of those stackers times 2. So we're gonna need the same speed when manufacturing those, which means 8 stackers times 2. So this whole thing times 4. Luckily with blueprints, no issue at all. Now we just need to paint those. Now the arrows are getting painted. We are again running into the issue that we don't have enough paint. So here it's just about enough to fill a single conveyor belt. And the problem would be that these aren't making enough paint because they themselves aren't getting enough paint. They're limited by this conveyor belt at 16 items a second. These 8 could do 12, but this conveyor belt is at 8, simply because these 16 get divided into these 4 and these 4. And then these 8 supply these 2, which need 14. Well, there you go. Maths. Anyway, right now we need yellow circles. There aren't any circles around, and I'm thinking I might just use a half circle shape like this one and use that my little blueprint to make a circle myself. I think I need this one, because this one discards the left half, and that's 4 stackers, so I'm gonna do 2 for now. Yes, that's the right one. Those circles are getting painted and stacked on top of the arrows. Now we just need to stack them on top of the shapes that we've got somewhere, I don't know where, here. The stackers are connected, and here we get the shape. Not the right one again, because I forgot to rotate it, but that's gonna clear up in a second. I've messed with the conveyor belt here, but we are now connected. So in a second it's gonna clear up, and we should see the correct shapes. Yes, here, that's the correct shape. So we should be getting those. We are. Nice. Now we need to clear up the factory a little and use those bits we haven't used just yet. This is finally cleared up, so we're not getting enough of the shapes, which means that we indeed need to utilize these factories as well. Well, this is annoying. So we've got just enough of those arrows and the circles as we need, so that this conveyor belt is full, but here that's enough for just 1 plant of stackers, and this remains completely unused. However, if this was working, I would have to bring another conveyor belt to the hub. I'm not sure I want to. We're gonna be waiting for a long time, so I'm gonna have to do it. Which means we need those again. Double the production. Now both of the factories are connected, and as you can see, we're not getting as many items as before. That is because here I didn't duplicate the manufacturing process of those arrows, which I'm gonna do just now. Okay, another factory making those arrows is done. I've also had to make another factory manufacturing white paint here. Red paint has been brought from here. And I must say it's always a difficult decision whether to go for it and duplicate the process or simply wait until you have enough shapes to progress to the next level. you see that we've got nearly 13,000 of those shapes already, so almost halfway there. Well, exactly halfway there right now, actually. So it did take me a long time in order to just speed this process up so we can get there twice as fast. But now only half of the way to go. Also, we're quite far from the hub, as you see, and I had to drag those conveyor belts manually all the way to there. That was annoying, and I don't think I'm ever gonna delete them. One day I might have the balls to just select all of the... Okay, I can't even select it in case I accidentally delete it. But one day I might just select it all and get rid of this. What's this shape? Like, do we even need this shape? Of course we don't. And this part here is a mess and it's annoying me. But I would say that's it for today. Next time, finally, the logic gates, when we can start thinking about some sort of automation. And to end this, I'm gonna upgrade the cutting and stacking speed. Oh, and by the way, 32 a second of those delivered. That's the best that we've got. Not even the logo shapes are as fast.